Right, we've come down the road and we're just fishing with some ragworm that we saved from the last trip. Just going to see if there's a red mullet or anything down here. Maybe a bream, maybe a pout, maybe a pollock, whatever we can find. And at the moment the water's just below this wall, so you've got to be very careful you don't get wet feet. Just like I say, always be ready to move up fast. Yeah. Don't worry about the rods, saving the rods. Right, we're going to move you as well because we're getting off this area because you can get a huge wash. I'll take you over and have a look. You see how high the tide is? And it's to the open sea there, so you get a big wave in here and it can roll like that. And that's exactly why we're moving. Timed that right. Start turning them out those waves when they start coming.
Oh my goodness.
I got a conger, biggest conger ever. Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Oh my goodness.
Watch out, take your arm off that one.
Careful.
I saw my line go slack and I was like, there's something on there.
Yeah, that's what I reckon was on mine. It's all twisted up, wasn't it?
We haven't got that rag still, have we?
No, I just was looking for it. Use that bag, look.
Yeah, but then the bag gets slimy and we've got to deal with the bag. But anyway, there you go, that's the first fish of the night and the only one at the moment. Little baby congo's wrapping up himself up around the line. I'm going to get him back off and get him back in the water. Give you a closer show in case you can't see it. Right. Smaller. Cool. Well, they're getting smaller. Look at the size of that one. It's tiny. Eel number 2, conger eel, little baby conger that one. Right, we'll get him unhooked. So we just stopped off at a place called Petty Bow. It's a nice little bay down on the cliffs. Still quite pretty. Unfortunately, they tend to like to stick signs up everywhere. You'll see there's a sign there, a sign over there, a sign over there. And if you look down this wall here, there's about 3 million signs there as well. All health and safety and all that rubbish. It's like, don't go near the cliff, because what happens at cliffs? Well, rocks fall down. Well, you should know that before you go to a cliff. Simple.
Indeed.
That's what they do, eh?
That's what they do.
Do not attempt to climb cliffs. There you go. Don't climb cliffs, people. Got lesson attempt. Don't climb cliffs. Don't take your dog on the beach. Don't go near a cliff.
Don't go near the water, you might drown.
Yeah, don't go near the water. You might drown. Anyway, it's a nice place when you get past all the signs. Never really caught much down here. I've tried fishing it over the years, but I think the fish are out there where the current runs across more so than in here. They don't tend to come up here much. Plus, there isn't a lot. You go down there, there's not a lot there. There's not a lot in the sand. It's kind of a bit sparse of life, you might say. There's not a lot of weed or places for things to live either. So, but looks nice. Good place to come swimming if you've got a northerly wind like we have today. Keeps it nice and calm here. So, yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're actually going to be heading down to the boat in a minute. Like I say, we're just literally stopping off, doing some sightseeing. And I thought, well, I'm going to show Rebecca a couple of sites, and I thought, we'll take you along for the ride. Some people have asked for some scenic places, show bits around. Well, this is a bit of it. It's about as scenic as it gets over here. This is like the last of the wilds here. You've got a little valley with some trees in the valley up there, and that's about it. And the rest of Guernsey is kind of like built up and overrun. Even this castle's got windows in it these days. Weird. And this is a little tea room. Nice little tea room. Nice in the summer when it's not too crowded, which is most of the time. So you've got the old Martel Hotel. This is from the French Napoleon Wars, that one. The Germans built a lot here as well, but these are the original ones as far as I know. I don't know about that. That's, I think, added on to an old thing. Might have been toilets years ago, though. I don't know. I really don't know. Right, let's head up and let's start making our way down to the boat area. Put our lights on for that. Not full, but you know what I mean. Yeah. You get 1 or 2 houses up here. There's actually some old ruins on the right somewhere where there was a house a long time ago. You can still see part of it. I think it's there. But it's gone. It's been gone for so long. You see here when they building areas how they sculpt everything and everything's taken away. Nice little area, but I would expect it to be rather damp living down here because you've got all the streams running down through a valley, so you get a lot of water. This was a hotel. I don't know if it still is. I think it still is. The trouble is, a lot of the hotel. Oh no, it can't be. They got the entrances blocked up. Where is it? It's got a restaurant still. But I know a lot of these places, these hotels, they're not really hotels anymore. A lot of them are. They used them for housing workers, like, you know, cheap labour, I suppose you call it. Yeah. Nice little cottage there. Nice little cottage. Must admit, it'd be pretty cool to own one of these places, but there's much better places in the world, I think.
I think so.
A lot better than this.
Yeah.
And the money that they ask for these sort of things, no chance. Never. Never. Not worth it. There used to be a cafe there, we should stop in there. Have coffee and stuff. English breakfast, yeah. The airport.
The airport.
Yeah, that's a sore point for a lot of people, that is. is, what it cost and all the rest of it. Apparently the company that built that, when they were building it, they were filing bankruptcy in Germany, yet they were over here building an airport, or they got a contract to build an airport, even though they were actually going into administration. Well, apparently they were in administration, I don't think they were. But they built that and it leaked like a sieve. There was buckets, you used to go in the airport and there was buckets catching the water that used to leak through the roof. I know, I used to work up there. Like these sort of roads, you used to barely see a car on. Now, quite often they're almost like a normal road, like a normal, one of our larger roads. Yeah. That's why the roads are in such bad condition as well. They've never had to deal with so much traffic.
Well, that's it. I suppose when they were laid, the foundations weren't deep.
Even the hay's packed up in plastic bags these days. Trouble is the damp here, everything goes mouldy. The hay goes bad, it's no good. Well, it's looking a bit green out there. Will the North Island protect us from the northerly? Normally does, but it's only got to be a bit more west.
Should just see when we get there.
It's rough out there. You can see winter's coming, all the leaves are going off the trees, there'll all be just sticks in. Then you'll be on an island of sticks. Yeah. It's so freaking miserable over here. I tell you. I'd rather be in Sweden. At least you've got the snow and the evergreens, forests and everything. Here it's just wet sticks and windy because there's nothing to break the wind anymore either. Mind you, it's always windy over here. She's a heaving out there a bit. Say size of the tide, it's just all like water moving. Whoever thought it was a good idea to make those black? At night time, you just don't see them.
Lively.
It is lively. It is kind of sheltered. And it's high tide, and that's the problem, is the high tide. What we'll do is we'll go in here and we'll go for a drive down the coast or something and let the tide drop. Because it's too hard to see.
There we are. There's a difference this side of the island with the...
So you might be able to see it's quite rough this side. This is the other side of the island. This is actually this is a really good place for catching bass around here. A lot of rocks, a lot of gullies with sand and that in, and you do get some nice bass in here. Over the years we've had some pretty big ones around here. And this extends all the way over to the rocks to the right over there across the whole bay. But, yeah, this is like a calm winter's day, you might say.
You might say.
You might say it's a calm one. In a rough day you wouldn't be parked here, your car would just be like covered in salt. This bay actually takes it really hard because it's got a lot of stones in it. The roads just end up the next day with a whole layer of rocks on. So they actually close these roads down in the storms.